Alright guys, welcome back to iCCup StarCraft TV. It'll be your host and caster, iCCup Fitz. Welcome back to game number 2 of the iCCup AB Tour number 3 run by iCCup Face, I believe. And we have our 2 finalists here in game number 2 of this best of 3 in the top right hand corner, who's down 1 game. Can he come back for the ace match? It'll be Tmska, which I did Tmska. What you think? Right. Anyway, in the top left hand corner, Jad in the top left hand corner, who's up 1 game with his proxy 2 gate shenanigans. Or I don't even know how to explain what his strategy was. You just gotta reference game 1. It will be Jat, or some really long Jat 07 movie. Which I don't think 07 movie is a clan, but if it is, I'm sorry. Just don't recognize you as a clan right now. Start things right off the bat. Jet will not get the right scout off location now, meaning that if this probe coming out of Tmska, almost like a Hyoja, paint Hyoja Tmska right here, I'm gonna be going for that later scout right here. It looks like it will be going to the left, I hope. No, gonna be going right down to the, just straight up to the center right here. Has he got a proxy? No. Now that's interesting. I don't know what kind of crazy scouting pattern he's trying to do. He's trying to force off a cross spawn. I've done this occasionally when I'm trying to open up something a little bit safer or something like that. But I guess he just wants to know that it isn't cross positions on FS. And that's fine. So really neither player really knows what they're going to be up against right now. So both players are going to get super delayed scouts off. Not that it really matters, as both players are going to be opening up with their gasp openings. And so they're not going to have to really worry about mana pylons or any of that super early game PvP stuff. Which I guess is benefiting both players to some degree, or lack thereof, because they've missed some specific times just because of the luck that they got for scouting. Because who's to say that there is one correct way to scout? Because some people might argue, oh, you always want to do a close position, but if at the same time, if you know quicker that it is going to be cross positions, then well, you could open up maybe a little bit more greedier, something like that, or plan accordingly of what you want to do with that information given to you. Cybercore going down for both players right here. As you note, though, looks like the build order from Tmska is just a little bit tighter, just overall. And that's partly probably because maybe the scouting probe went off a little bit faster. I don't think it's that significant if it's like half, like almost a third of the Cybercore timing, but if it is, goes to show what that can do right here. Now the probe in here is going to make it so that this from Jat's probe can be very aggressive and ultimately win that engagement if it went down to that. But both the probe and Zelt will be away. Tmska will be getting a nice full scout off. We'll be seeing that Cybercore timing. Doesn't see a second gate quite yet, but there he goes down the second gateway being thrown down right now. No not a quick Cybercore that we see out of Tmska right now. So Tmska opened up the same way, except he will have his 3rd gas this time. So we'll see if he does decide to throw down that robotics and then into the observatory, or rather shuttle observatory into Reaver. But the Reaver was significantly delayed just because he had to throw down 2 more gateways. We'll see what that is. Now this pylon might be here to high tech, but more importantly probably scout any kind of incoming shuttles. As really, that's going to be the way for players to really get, at least for Jat to get engaged upon, because there's really no way you're going to come directly from right here to right here and then just move that way. Partly because you're just going to be running right in the ramp and thus the army of Tmska right here. So he's going to have to go, up and around, down and up versus, Tmska, who if he wants to go for this Reaver tech, because this is a great position-wise to go Reavers, just because I'm thinking of it, you're never going to have your army just chilling up here. So a little bit of a position favorness, I guess, to Tmska. If he's decided to go Reaver tech, and I'm assuming he is, but then again, he's going to be throwing down that robotic, that observatory very quickly, but he's just doing the same opening he did last game, going to be getting that shuttle. Which I guess is okay, but I mean, okay, there we go. So this build order just wasn't as tight around last game. So anyway, gonna be getting up the, I guess, safest, quickest Reaver possible, if that makes sense to you guys. Is he gonna go for a quick third right here? No, pylon to scout off for that Reaver. So he will know that this quick Reaver is coming. Now this Reaver can't just be for, you know, personal preference to be defending, but it can also allow you to be very aggressive very early on, get a probe advantage, of course. Granted, if you can get a nice pot shot off and if you can keep it alive, of course. That's kind of the important factor to keeping your Reaver and shuttle alive, or else it's going to be a very, very difficult transition in the early game into the mid game, if you can survive. 3 more gateways, 2 more gateways rather being thrown down. I should be not that stupid. You know why? Because, well, you can't support 4 gateways in the robotics off the same base. You can't just do that off of 1 base economy. In a standard map, at least. Fastest, you probably could do like 8 gateways, maybe. Probably way more than that, but... so now we're going to have his own robotics coming up right here, but he's been off of this 2 gateway production for some time right here. Now, this is a bit interesting. I generally see, if you see generally 2 gates, it's generally just it's just right for the obs right away. It's not just straight up for Reavers as well. Generally you get your expansion first. But anyway, regardless, playing that way, it's totally fine with me. He needs to be careful though. We'll lose a Zealot because of it. Now that is actually an interesting what Jet was doing there. I think he was trying to time it so that he would take a scarab shot, go in there, do a volley, and then get out there before another scarab shot would go off, if I'm not mistaken. Now looking back at his base, what do we have here? As I really should pay attention more to that like production cape thingy majig up here, but I never look at it. But apparently we have a Nexus being thrown down, which is cool, I guess. Yeah. We have a shuttle coming out here. Oh, 2 Reavers versus the 1. The observer will see that army down there. He will be looping around. Tmska coming in here with the Reaver. Now, we need to see what this engagement can be with the 2 Reavers right here. He has thrown down this Nexus right here. Tmska has yet to throw down his. And he's continuing to pump 3 goons at a time right here. What will happen? The Reavers in the back. The Scarabs are getting caught behind the goons right here. But looks like there's so many more goons coming out of Jat right here. Can Jat defend himself? The 2 Reavers are just doing so much critical damage in the back of Tmska's armor right here. He will pick up 1 Reaver, drop it in the back right here. But Jat doing very, very well. But look at the micro coming out of Tmska with the Reavers. So far, great job. These Reavers doing a good number so far. Just really nice micro, all but leaving 2 goons. And a lesser player would have, both these Reavers, or at least one of them would have died, but both of them stayed alive, and that is perfect execution almost, I would say. But the important factor comes true right here. He didn't really kill his base off. He traded, but he couldn't really move in, I guess, is the best way I could say it. He decided to take his own expansion right now. In that case, I would have gone in with the Reavers. Just personally, if I could actually execute a Protoss build order. If we could get rid of all the mechanics-wise, just for a pure decision-making standpoint, I would have done that. But, I mean, he's killing off the base right now. And what's even better about this, though, is that if this was warping in the time of that engagement, let's say, he could have canceled and gotten the 275 minerals back. But, I mean, now he has 2 Reavers at the front door of Jat, and he has no Reavers. I mean, he's not defending with his own Reavers right now, and those Scarabs are doing a full 100 damage every time they're going up there as they count as melee. They don't have a chance of missing anything like that. Oh, no! Oh, no. He just took a Scarab shot. Now, that hurts quite a bit. And we got some Reaver control Reaver battles going over here. And just constant production of 3 goons and a obviously we have Tmska throwing up his own Nexus right here. And I'm looking around, and I'm looking at the minimap, and I'm just not seeing a whole lot of moving right here. And oh, he's gonna drop the 2 Reavers in the back right here. Here we go. Jack gotta be pushing down right here. Those 2 Reavers are in prime location. Really gonna be away from any kind of away from the direct encounter range rate thingy-majig of the Tmska's army. Now, Jack gonna be at the aggressive, but here we go. Is he gonna throw down a probe right here? Is he gonna do that? No, it doesn't look like it. No, there we go. He's gotta take an expansion behind this. He's off of the 4 gates. He's been pumping a lot of goons up to this point, and he's gonna throw down an expansion right here behind all this aggression right here. We have a pylon. Is that for a shield battery? Possibly. Or a cannon. Who knows? But here we go. What's the Reaver count look right now? Is he down? It appears that Tmska has lost both of his Reavers in that earlier engagement right here. Now Jat has this push. Let's see if this counter push can do a lot of damage right here. But look at this pincer attack. Look at the engagement of this. Now, can he target fire the Reavers? That's why he positioned himself in the back like this. But he didn't do the second volley onto that Reaver. And that's going to cost Tmska a lot of units right here. And at the end of the day, he still has 1 full Reaver left over. And he got a nice shot off on a probe line. Just probes dying right now. Can he kill off that last Reaver, though? That's the question right now. I think he can. I really think he can. But if he's not going to micro his units around, I don't... He did take that scarab shot, by the way. He didn't quite pick it up in time. And it just looks like he's just going to continue rallying down goons that are just going to die. But oh my goodness. 3 goons just dying all at once. Intense. And the Reaver will go down to a Zealot, clawing it down with its side blades. And unfortunately, this is like, it was just like a counter move almost. Just so much damage being done. Whew. And I don't really think, I mean, he's gonna lose this Nexus. And the fact that Tmska delayed that Nexus already, and now it's dead. And he's lost his Reavers, and he doesn't have a Reaver out right now. I'm a little worried for the guy. I won't lie. And it looks like Jat might just push his way. Power his way right through this ramp right here. Goodbye, goon. You don't see the blood, like, pooling over the little ridge right there. Probes coming in here. They're going to be blocking those goons right there. I'm not really sure if he really wanted the goons still in his main base at this time, but he will be doing the damage to those. They will be cornered. They will not be able to be microed back right here, but he will be losing a significant amount of his probes from this engagement. And, oh! What's going to happen? Is he going to lose that Reaver? No, he's not. So, he's stabilized, if you could call it that. But this game is I think, is over. 12 probes versus 15. Another 22 at this base. I mean, what's the math on that? 11, 23, 11. I don't know how that really works. 11 plus 23 is just more probes than his opponent. Huh, fucked up hard. Sure, I won. GG, congrats. GG! Nizzy's the GG. Alright. Good shit happened today. That was the iCCup AB Tour number 3 run by iCCup FaZe. Thank you, FaZe, for running this. Congratulations to Jat07 Movie for winning. And we will move on to the Pain versus Fire or something Yoba clan for Division A clan league. Coming right up after this. So I'm just going to end the stream real quick, and I will turn it right back on, guys. Thanks for watching iCCup StarCraft TV. It's been your host and caster, iCCup Fits.